Salve, salve guitar community. This is a follow-up video to the last lesson. The last lesson I spent some time walking through the Beatles tune Yesterday. Basically, the whole purpose of the lesson was to help you go through the chords, doing a finger picking pattern, then play the melody, and then how would you practice for that. This is another video more specific, helping you on the melody aspect of it. How can you practice for this? So what I'm gonna walk through, I'm gonna play Yesterday for you in two ways. First of all, using the eighth note, then using the quarter note. Okay. I'm also gonna clap the rhythm. Okay. That's another way. Before you can even, I would say, after you figure out how you wanna finger in the left hand and the right hand, be sure to clap the rhythm. Be familiar with the rhythm, because then you're gonna make the process of actually playing a lot easier. All right. So let's go on the guitar journey together. All right. So here we have the first 7-8 bars of Yesterday, and what I'll be doing is I'm gonna first of all put my metronome on. Just a second here. And right now I have the metronome on the speed about 81, and this will be my eighth note. Okay, so we're gonna clap the rhythm together. Starting in 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 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 3 and 4 and... Okay, so what I just did here, I clapped the first 7 measures of Yesterday. I counted out loud. I had the metronome at a comfort speed. I was extremely accurate with the metronome. There's ways for you to be with the metronome and still be somewhat behind the beat. Please do not do that. Then you're defeating the purpose of this exercise. All right. What are the benefits of counting out loud? The benefits of counting out loud, it trains our body, our brain, to think with the metronome, okay? To be in more coordination with the beat. Okay, if you cannot count out loud, you need to, all right? That's how I learned. I'm not saying you cannot learn another way, but this is the shortcut, believe it or not, all right? And if it's too fast, break it down, okay? The next section of the video, you're gonna have one of my students clapping on the eighth note, so you can practice with him as well and see how's he doing with that, okay? Then you're gonna see a section of him playing the first 3 measures with the guitar using the eighth note to see how he first used the clapping and then he translated into playing, all right? Count us off whenever you're ready.
3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 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 3 and 4 and...
Okay, stop there. Good. So that was the first phrase of Yesterday.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and...
Okay, stop please. Pretty good. This is what you have to do to practice, okay? Break it down like we just did measure 2 and 3. Now try to do measure 1, 2, and 3, okay? Okay, now this time we're gonna do the same process, except that I'm gonna put the metronome at 40. It should be the same speed as in the previous section of the video. The difference is it's just math. First the metronome was set up on the 8th note, now it will be on the quarter note, okay? Ultimately, when you're practicing this after 2 weeks or so, or a week, it depends how fast you approach this piece, practice on the quarter note, okay? It is easier to think and to feel the melody. However, to be able to make the real progress, you must feel on the 8th note, okay? So, here's the metronome going. 3, 4, 1, and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4. A little trickier, perhaps. But do not jump to this process if you're not completely familiar with the 8th note. Alright? I hope the lesson that we just went through helps you accomplish the melody of yesterday. What I can say is that the process that we're using to learn this piece, it's the process that I use and other guitarists use to learn pretty much anything. You know, either whether it's more challenging or about the same level of difficulty. Being able to understand where the rhythm is, playing all the right notes, having the right fingering, and be able to manipulate time. When I say time, I say with the metronome. So starting with the 8th note, and then switching to the quarter note, and even then, even switching to the half note. That's another step you can take. It's the necessary steps for you to make good progress on whatever piece you're working on. So starting with smallest element of subdivision. You know, if it's the 8th note, it's the 8th note. If it's the 16th note, it's the 16th note. If it's the 32nd note, it's the 32nd note. And then build your way up there. Be precise about your playing, okay? If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me. Otherwise, stay flame, and I'll see you in the next lecture. Ciao.